We made it to Singapore, and here we are now. We're at the vortex in the middle of the Jewel shopping centre. So this is a big waterfall, the largest indoor waterfall in the world, drops about 40 metres. And there's a light show on at the moment. They're playing different coloured lights. Like a rainforest. This is the first of a series of videos of my trip to China. It was a 12-day trip booked through the Flight Centre and conducted by Ignite, and both proved to be great providers. We flew Singapore Airlines via Singapore to Beijing, and during the stopover at Singapore we exited the airport and had a wander around the Vortex waterfall. This can be accessed via the terminal and with a short-term visa completed via your phone. It is on basement level 1. We're still not at the base of the waterfall. It goes down to basement level 2. Looks like there's more shops and that down there too. Now we're down on B2. Is it wet? Oh, it feels weird. Yeah, it feels weird. Yeah. Yep, this is on level basement 2, and there's more food shops and the waterfall. You do need to complete an arrival card to enter China, and we were informed by the airport staff just before boarding in Singapore. A bloke announced that he had a login via a QR code and complete the online arrival. He had an A4 sign with the QR code, and the majority of passengers were trying to scan the code and complete before we boarded the plane and lost our internet connections. You also needed accommodation information in Beijing to complete the application, which fortunately we'd been carrying separately. Immigration at Beijing when you got there was slow, as the majority of the passengers needed to be photographed and fingerprinted. Fortunately, I travelled to Hong Kong previously, so I was already on file. This is the resort we're staying at for the next couple of days. Right, we decided we'd go for a wander. Oh, here's some more Moldenites coming. He's still missing.
17 years, and he traveled a lot from northern China to the southern China, enjoy local food, to see local architecture, and talk with the local people, and then enjoy the local culture. And after 17 years stay, he went back and teach you for you. That's all. Yeah. And maybe snacks.
Here we are, we're just waiting to get into Tiananmen Square. It's sort of just on the side of the road, a little market stall here. Don't know how far we've got to walk. But they had a toilet stop as well. First experience with squatties. For a lot of them. Yeah. Here we're still walking towards Tiananmen Square. Tours everywhere. Okay, this is the southern end of the Tiananmen Square, and this was the southern gate. Originally, that hole in the middle there was where the emperor used to walk through, and it's prohibited for anybody else. The second building is an arrow tower where they used to use to defend the city, fire arrows from. Yeah, so and here we are now. This is into Tiananmen Square itself. We are inside what was originally Beijing City, Beijing City, and that would have been the wall that went right around the city originally. This building on the side of Tiananmen Square is the Great Hall of the People. It was built by the Russians to commemorate 10 years of liberation after Chairman Mao's liberation. This big tower here is a memorial to the Chinese people, and behind it is the National Museum, which was one of 10 buildings built by the Russians in the same period as the Great Hall of the People to commemorate the 10 years. They built 10 buildings around Beijing, all of a similar style. And this one over here is a mausoleum to Mao, but it's not open to the public anymore. It's closed now. In front of that there's a couple of statues. The one on the left is the statue commemorating the Second World War, when the Chinese were fighting the Japanese, and the one on the right is to do with the People's Republic. And we've got workers, we've got soldiers, we've got farmers, we've got kids. This is one of the garden beds in the Tiananmen Square, and back towards the Great Hall of the People. This is walking through the gate of heavenly peace, which was that one that we had with the Chairman Mao photo on the front. We're now entering the Forbidden City. I've got a bit behind on the two here, somewhere up ahead now. This is a walk into the Forbidden City, which was the imperial palace for people during the Ming and the Qing dynasty. This is the main southern entrance to the Imperial Palace, known as the Meridian Gate, because the Meridian line passes right through the middle. In the palace there is 9,999 and a half rooms. They could not have 10,000 rooms because the Palace of the God in Heaven has 10,000 rooms. Just been through security and we're now inside of the Forbidden City, which, as I said, was the imperial palace of the emperors, the empress, the concubines during the Ming and the Qing dynasties. This is a man-made creek, river, Fen Shui, Shui being water and Fen being mountain, and behind the Imperial Palace, the Forbidden City, there is a mountain, and hence the Fen Shui. 5 gates here on the thing. First one was for the middle one was only for the Emperor. The 2 on the outer side were for other royalty members, and the other 2 were for 5 bridges too, crossing the river. The 5 bridges represent the 5 philosophies of Confucius. This is one of the gates that leads into the palace. Here we have a male lion out the front. The male is symbolised by having his right paw sitting on a ball of silk. On the other side of the gate there is a female lion who has a left paw symbolised on sitting on a lion cub, and they guard the entrance. Okay, this is part of the Emperor's Palace now. We're come through the main gate. This is the room of the throne where the Emperor used to sit. Unfortunately we can't get in to see the throne today, but yeah. But people are lining up to take a picture of it through the door, but you can't even really see it. They haven't got it lit up, or it's all in darkness, that sort of stuff. And there's where, yeah, he used to hang out. This is the courtyard where the Emperor used to be entertained by all the peoples. Then back up to the throne room up the top there. These are big water vats. They were 300 odd around the castle, around the palace I should say, and they were stored with water in case of fire. And then they'd use the fire, and they could actually put a small charcoal fire underneath them to keep them from freezing in winter. This is in the inner palace now. Yeah. Now inside the middle of the concubines palace. We can actually wander around and have a look at their rooms in the bedroom, but I think we've got a gift shop on the right. Yeah.
Are you
This is in the Imperial Garden.
Bigfoot.
There are 4 pavilions within the garden. This one is the pavilion of autumn. They symbolise each of the seasons. Okay, this is the northern gate we're walking out of now, and we're getting out of Tiananmen Square. Okay, this is outside the northern gate now, moving up towards the man-made mountain, which they use as part of the fenceway. And that is our northern gate. We just had a very enjoyable meal of Peking duck. He was the man cooking them.
Probably knew that in the summer it wasn't good for them.
This is the entrance into the Temple of Heaven. The crowd coming up there, and here we are now inside the temple grounds, and we just can't find our guide amongst all the flags that are, all the guiding flags are going on.
It's on the wrong floor.
We just walked up the steps to the Temple of Heaven. Boy, it's crowded here. Yeah, there's that one over there.
I don't know upstairs, there's too many people to walk out through.
Yeah. This is the 7 star stones, and they represent the 7 peaks of the mountains in central China. Yep, and there is a small one just behind this one here, which was one that was put in by the emperor. And there's the little one that was put in by the emperor. Make the 8. We're back on the small bus now, we're heading back towards the hotel. We've been rather cheap pair of glasses. Made, which they delivered to the hotel time. And we're just heading back. It's amazing architecture, amazing lighting.
Always blue. And in Beijing, when we have very windy day, the strong wind keep the bad air away. Yeah, so it's like spring. With very nice weather, good temperature, comfortable.
Okay, this is day 2. We've stopped at a jade factory and we've all been in looking at jade carvings and jade jewellery and all that sort of thing, but we're on our way to the Great Wall today. This is the building we just came out of. Well, we've all been looking. And when we pulled up, there was probably about 20 buses here, but they all disappeared.
Want to get in there, mate? You sure?
We're now heading out to the wall in particular.
walls. Yeah, so after you finish Great Wall, now up to you. What is the rest of the 6 new wonders? So it's your homework when you climb out the Great Wall. Yeah. And why they build a Great Wall, or they stopped to build a Great Wall in 1800? Because after 1800, the enemies could break the wall easily with gunpowder. So after the 1800, the wall was functioned to protect our whole country. And the wall is very long, 5,000 K. But today, so it means nobody could walk through the whole thing, 5,000 K, because some sections already disappeared.
Okay, here we are. This is the first part of the wall. Apparently we're walking up to a bit another department. This square here is the border between Mongolia, or was the border between Mongolia and China. We have a wall on the right hand side, which would keep the Chinese in and the Mongolians out. We have a wall on the left hand side, up on the top of these mountains, that would keep the Mongolians out and the Chinese in, and all the trains had to pass through this square. So it basically became a funnel. And this is a valley, and they walled up the mountains and people wandered through, and this is where the traders from Mongolia or the Silk Road would all come here, and they would trade and do their business and that sort of thing. Then we've got China looking that way, and we have Mongolia looking back that way. Yep, apparently we're walking up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is about halfway up. Oh. This is about 2/3 of the way up. That's about as long as I'm going. That's where we've come from. Okay, this is coming down now. And because the steps are so deep, I'm doing them one at a time.
Notice to visitors.
These are one of the little stopping points. It's stuck through the wall. Well, there's another part of the wall, some ancient cannons here, which, well, that's the part that I was walking up before.
蔗糖和整丝用于牛里射程可。
This is the South Barbican. It's horseshoe shaped, and the idea here, you gate this when the enemy entered. This gate would be closed behind them, and then they would all be picked off from the battlements on the top there. This temple is located within inside the Barbican now. It was originally built in the Zhengdong era of the Ming dynasty. It was restored in 1997. Okay, now we're inside the Summer Palace.
We have a different.
Okay, this is the main palace in front of us, and this is the office of the officials and the palace was restored in 1888 by the Empress Dowager, who was actually the power behind the throne, because all the emperors were young boys and she was the grandmother of some, the mother of others, and they were sort of only young and they died young. And she restored this and to her own whim. And she was actually the power behind the throne between the 1860s right up to 1908 when she passed away, and the last emperor was then appointed by her, who was her nephew, and he was a 3-year-old boy, but he didn't last long, of course, because the warlords and that took him out. Okay, we're inside the Dragon Lady's Palace now, the Empress Dowager's Palace. Okay, we're now on the long corridor, but we're not on the corridor. The long corridor is this covered area here, and it is the longest painted corridor in the world and extends for 750 metres. There are 4 pavilions like this one along the length of the corridor, each one depicting a different season. Okay, we're now walking in the corridor. The marble boat that is made out of white marble. The top store floor was renovated by the Dragon Princess in 1888, and she put the top floor on. Well, here we are, we're now made it to the Olympic Park. Yeah. Yeah, this is just one of the lakes at the zoo. The pelicans. Oh, here we are. We're inside the band. Here we are, we're inside the panda. Read it up. We bailed out of the panda bit and we're now down at the monkey cage, or monkey hill. A little bit more active than what the pandas were. Oh. Okay, most of the area around the Hutongs was established in the time of the Kublai Khan, or Genghis Khan, when he came through here. Very narrow streets, narrow alleyways, so a lot of the buildings, probably a little bit further down, are going to be around about 800 years old.
Is it chicken and cabbage?
That's what he just said.
I want to hear him say it. Cabbage and chicken. You sure it's cabbage and chicken? Or?
Okay, we just come out from our lunch. This is part of the Hutongs, and this is the little building, the one with the pretty lanterns at the front is the one we were at. And some of these buildings are up to 850 years old, so they can only have one, maybe two stories. They can't add any more to them now. Here we are, we're just wandering some of the food shops around Hangzhou. Yeah. Hello. Oh, that's nice,
Это реально
That's so cool.
巧克力，大家来看一下哪里做巧克力店，这里走一走，这里看看好吃的巧克力。这里越多越水了，写也是。看一下巧克力，往里走看一下，选一下巧克玩家。
Last day in Beijing today, and this is a little bit of the resort still, and going the other direction. But today we head to a pearl factory for a little bit, and then we're off to Xi'an on the high-speed train. That's looking back at the hotel, and this is our bus that we've been on for the last couple of days.